AutoCAD 2020 is here, and one of the key enhancements it offers is a new blocks palette. So what is the block palette? How does it work? Does it replace the insert dialog box or even design center? Well, we're answering all of those questions and more in this video. Hi there, I'm Donnie Gladfelter from CADGeek.com, where we focus on empowering design professionals just like you with AutoCAD tips, tricks, industry insights, and more. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing to our channel, and of course, don't forget to click that little bell icon so you don't miss any of the great videos we publish. So jumping over to AutoCAD 2020, the first question is, where can I find the block palette? And the answer to that question is in the exact same location as all the other palettes inside AutoCAD. The answer, of course, is over on the View ribbon tab. And the new neighbor that the tool palettes, the properties palette, and sheet set manager all have is this new guy right here being blocks. And when I click on that, as you would expect, it opens up the new block palette. Now, being a palette interface, that means it behaves just like any of the other palettes that we have inside AutoCAD. That means I can move this around my screen, I can put it over on a second monitor, I can dock it over on the side of my screen, I even have the ability to anchor it to the left or right of my screen. I really like the anchor option because it means I always have the block command handy, and to insert a block, I will just hover over on the side of my screen and the block palette opens up. Now, for the purpose of today's video, I am going to dock this over on the side of my screen so it just stays open for me. Now, when we begin studying the blocks palette, one of the first things you probably will notice is, of course, all of the thumbnail views. So one of the great things I think about the blocks palette is the fact that while I do see the name of each block, I also have that sort of visual association so I can pick things out of the crowd just based on its visual composition. Now, above and beyond that, I think one of the other really powerful tools that we have in here, in my case, if I take a look at this master bathroom, I can see I am missing a water closet or a toilet. And in many drawings, you have lots and lots and lots of blocks. So something I really love about the blocks palette is this filter tool at the very top. Now, it's easy enough for me to pick out the toilet here, but maybe I had a bunch of blocks in here. So I could go ahead and type in something like toil and then do wildcards like the asterisk here, and it finds the toilet block for me right here. Now, above and beyond that, once I've, of course, found the block that I'd like to insert, we need to tell AutoCAD how to insert it. And while we would typically go to the insert dialog for this, in the blocks palette down here at the bottom, I have insertion options. And just like the insert dialog box, I can choose whether or not to specify certain values on screen by putting check marks here, or I can key in values such as the insertion point, scale, and rotation. Now, looking in this drawing, I want to put a water closet right here. So I need to specify an insertion point and probably a rotation as well. So I'm going to choose each of those insertion options. With that specified, I'll come back up here and pick the block I'd like to insert. In my case, this Tink toilet block. And just like a regular block insertion, we'll pick an insertion point. I'm going to use this little node that I've placed in the drawing right here and go ahead and pick the rotation angle. And just like that, I now have the toilet block right here in my drawing. So that is pretty handy in and of itself, but what I really, really like about this is the block palette, while it also replaces a lot of the functionality in the insert dialog, it also ventures into some of what I might use Design Center for. Now, before I get into this, I should put the disclaimer out there. The insert dialog and Design Center are both still in AutoCAD, so no fear of Autodesk taking those out. But if you take a look at the blocks palette, you'll notice that I have a few tabs here. One of those is Other Drawing. So with this, I can reach into another drawing and extract out those blocks. Now, in my case, maybe I want to begin putting some furniture in this drawing. So let's come over here and change my current layer from the plumbing layer to my furniture layer. And let's find a block or find a drawing that has some furniture blocks in it. To do that, I'll click this little ellipsis button right here, and I'll go ahead and pick a floor plan that has some furniture in it. So I'll go ahead and choose open. And just like all of the blocks shown in the current drawing, this interface can show the blocks in another drawing as well. So if I zoom in here to maybe my living room, and let's say I want to see what a 3-seater sofa might look like, same options exist here. I can pick the block, I can choose my insertion options, and just like that, we'll go ahead and maybe place this in my drawing. There is my sofa. And let's put a nice little seat in here as well. Maybe I'll come in here and insert this right here. And just like that, I have inserted those blocks from a totally different drawing. So this is really helpful if you maintain, say, a showcase drawing where all the blocks for a project might exist. All in all, as I take a look at the block palette here, while, like I said, we still have the insert dialog right here, I really have come to like the new block palette inside AutoCAD 2020. So let me know what you think about this new blocks palette. Is this something that you'll use, or will you still stick to the regular old insert dialog box and design center? Let me know in the comments below. But there you have it, one of the key new features that we have inside AutoCAD 2020. Once again, I'm Donnie Gladfelter from thecadgeek.com. Thanks so much for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in one of our upcoming videos. Take care.